These days, people are concerned about protecting their personal identity. But there's a new type of identity theft to add to the list, and that's the stealing of your car's identity. Welcome back to Macomb Magazine. We're here with Mike Gorman and James Kennedy, who are working with Relay for Life. Mike, you're in charge of accounting. These new hybrid cars have a completely different startup system than the irregular cars. As you can see, you just plug this little key fob into the start slot, push your foot on the brake, hit the power button, and you're off. Still ahead on WWIR News, the doors are closed for repairs, but we got inside Chandler's Bar and Grill to check out the improvements. One of the many products that the Apple Store offers is the new iPod Nano. It stores up to 4 gigabytes of songs and photos. That's either 1,000 MP3 songs or 25,000 color photos. It's also Mac and Windows accessible and has 14 hours of battery life. Definitely was a busy night in sports, Jim. The major leagues are making some major changes. On Wednesday, Commissioner Bud Selig gave the green light to implement instant replay. With its straight fairways and perfect greens, experienced golfers will have a field day at this course. But what about the rest of us, who are a little challenged at keeping the ball in play? Hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm John Jordan, and this is Comcast Newsmakers. I spoke with School Director Patrick Johnson, and he said that besides replacing the $9,000 worth of equipment that was stolen, restoring the students' faith in the school and staff is priority number one. Reporting in Lombard for WICB News, I'm John Jordan. "40 years ago, Toyota challenged themselves to build a car that would have minimum impact on the environment and the limited resources. The result of these efforts is the hybrid car.
Well, the hybrid is a combination of gas and battery, which your battery is supposed to help. Your gas engine is actually charging the battery, so there's nothing really connected from the engine to the front wheels. It's all helping charge the battery, and the battery drives the vehicle. So,
Dealers that offer the new hybrids say that these vehicles are in high demand. Many of the people who buy them will do so without even test driving it first.
college kids, they seem to be snatching them up. We can't keep on the lot very long, and it's either gets dealer traded or someone comes in and buys.
These new hybrid cars have a completely different startup system than the irregular cars. As you can see, you just plug this little key fob into the start slot, push your foot on the brake, hit the power button, and you're off. Besides the easy startup, the hybrid offers touchscreen convenience for radio adjustments and climate control.
For info, you can push trip information. Kind of helps tell you like what your mile per gallon is over a certain 30-minute period. It'll tell you it fluctuates when you're going down the road depending on how fast you're going.
The screen can also tell you when the car is using the battery for power, or if it switches over to the gasoline engine. The Prius hybrid also boasts a great fuel economy, 60 miles per gallon in the city and 51 miles per gallon on the highway. Besides that, the hybrid Synergy Drive technology results in almost 80% fewer smog-forming emissions. It's not only easy on your pocketbook, but it's also easy on the environment. The hybrid cars currently use regular gas, but in the future they will also use ethanol. Ethanol is a clean-burning renewable fuel made from corn.
When you add ethanol to a car, your performance of your car will improve. It'll clean your engine, it'll clean the gas tank fuel lines.
Dealers are expecting more of these cars on the road in the future, and this will most certainly decrease our addiction to oil. For WWIR News, I'm John Jordan. Going into training camp, you could understand how Bears fans could feel a little apprehension about the upcoming season. And after 3 preseason games, the Chicago faithful have got to be sitting on pins and needles with the season drawing ever so close. Last Thursday's game against San Francisco did absolutely nothing to quell those fears after the defense looked like amateurs against quarterback J.T. O'Sullivan and the 49ers offense. They gave up 25 first downs and 425 total yards, with 20 points and 248 of those yards coming in the first half against the first-string defense. With everything seemingly going wrong so far, do the players think they can just flip the switch when the regular season starts next Sunday?
I think we have a veteran group of guys that know exactly what's going on. Preseason can get kind of long, so we're ready for the real thing. And come 2 weeks from now, we'll be able to go out and get a lot of turnovers and be a old school Bears defense.
Well, we all hope so. With the offensive picture already pretty muddled, the defense is the last thing that the Bears fans want to be worried about. Memorial Day is quickly approaching, and that can only mean one thing. Golf season is upon us, and there's no better place to get your swings in than the Downers Grove Golf Course. Comfortably located on 65 acres of beautiful land right in the heart of Downers Grove, the course features breathtaking views, endless streams, and plenty of interesting and curious wildlife. But the views and the animals aren't the only thing that make this golf course unique.
It was built in 1892 by a guy named C.B. McDonald. He bought it. He basically built it with 30 investors paying $10 each. And this is the oldest course west of the Allegheny Mountains.
And even though it's only 9 holes, it's still pretty impressive.
The holes play par 36, 3,200 yards from the blue tees, so longest 9-hole course around here by far. So very challenging. Most holes around here, most courses, 9-hole courses around par 30, so we're at 36.
With such a beautiful course, you would think it takes an army of landscapers to maintain the layout. But that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, I mean, it all has to do with just having a good piece of land, foremost, to have a good, nice-looking golf course. It has to be constructed well, and then obviously it takes the right amount of money to maintain it at a high level. So, you know, between fertilizing and keeping the greens cut and smooth and everything, money's got to be there to provide it.
With its straight fairways and perfect greens, experienced golfers will have a field day at this course. But what about the rest of us, who are a little challenged at keeping the ball in play?
We offer a variety of lessons. We have 2 golf pros on here this year on our staff. So basically they do private, semi-private group lessons. We also added in some short game clinics, some on-course lessons that you play with the pro and play about 3 or 4 holes with them to actually, take what you learn to the golf course.
Along with growing other golfers' games, there are plenty of other ways that the community stays involved.
There's a couple tournaments that people run, and then leagues. We run 3 ourselves and then have 13 from other companies, basically. So as far as that goes, it's basically 6 days a week except for Fridays that we have leagues. And majority of them run from mid-May to end of August, but some go from mid-April to beginning of November for the whole season.
Players who have used this course for years never seem to tire of the challenge. And even the first-timers can find a reason to keep this course on their short list.
Yeah, I really like it a lot. It has a lot of undulations and hills, and it's really a nice public golf course.
So, if you're looking for a bit of history, along with some friendly competition, at Downers Grove, that's par for the course. For WICB, I'm John Jordan.